Hello, my name is Latara Misher, and presenting with me today is Nicole Barnes. We are both financial aid coordinators here at TMCC. Today, we'll be discussing how to dispel the FAFSA myths, explaining the benefits of applying for the FAFSA, as well as introducing additional financial aid resources for students to take advantage of. So, let's begin. Many of you may have heard the myths associated with the FAFSA. So today I'm going to clear up some misconceptions that people have had about the FAFSA and who is eligible for aid. First thing, many people do not know what the FAFSA stands for. It is not A, a friendly application for federal student aid, or B, federal application for free student aid. Actually, it is C, free application for federal student aid. The FAFSA is only used for federal aid. This is false because students who have completed their FAFSA may also be awarded grants and some scholarships. Most students don't qualify for the Pell Grant. That is a good one. This is a special circumstance because students assume that completing the FAFSA only qualifies them for the federal Pell Grant. This is not true because the federal work study and federal student loans are also available types of aid that students can receive.
Here are some more FAFSA myths. The most popular assumption is my parents make too much money to qualify for aid. This is a myth because although a student's parents may earn too much money to receive the Pell Grant, there are other options available to students, such as work study, non-need grants, and scholarships. Here's an assumption for an independent or dependent student. I am under 24, but considered independent because I am caring for a child. In this case, it depends, because it is believed that if they are under age 24 with a child, the student will automatically be identified as an independent student. In actuality, students under the age of 24 will have to demonstrate that they are providing more than 50% of the support for that child to be considered an independent student. The next one and most important assumption is that the FAFSA has a deadline. This is a fact. The deadline for filling out the FAFSA is June 30th and September 10th annually to submit any corrections. Some students believe they cannot complete their FAFSA because their parents do not have a social security number. This is a myth because although the student's parents may not have a social security number, the FAFSA can still be completed. Instead of the parents signing with an FSA ID, username and password, they will have the option of signing a signature page and sending it to the Department of Education, or waiting until they receive their student aid report, which the parent can sign and return to the Department of Education as well. So the quick answer is yes, the student can still complete a FAFSA without their parents having a social security number. Finally, one of the most perceived FAFSA myths is that a student's EFC, or expected family contribution, is the amount the student should be prepared to pay. This is not so. The expected family contribution does not automatically determine how much a student will have to pay, because he or she may be awarded scholarships, grants, or other sources of aid to assist them with the remaining balance of funds needed to cover their tuition and expenses. Now let's talk about the types of aid that require the FAFSA. The FAFSA application should be your first step toward paying for college each year. Not only are there many grants you could qualify for, including the Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Education Opportunity Grant, Silver State Opportunity Grant, TMCC Need Grants, Board of Regents GIA Grant, and more, but you could qualify for work study, which offers employment, usually on campus, flexible work schedules that never compete with class time, professional development workshops, on-the-job skill development, and networking opportunities. I even started my career in financial aid as a work study student. There are tons of scholarships out there that require the FAFSA too. The SAR report or your financial aid offer letter may be requested when you apply for a scholarship. Sometimes this is used to show that you do need more aid. Other times it is used to show that you are not receiving any financial aid or little financial aid after filing the FAFSA. Scholarships do not have to be paid back, so file your FAFSA, then apply for as many scholarships as you can to avoid needing to work overtime to afford school or the dread of loan debt. If you have to take out a loan, that will require the FAFSA to be completed too, because federal loans have better interest rates and better repayment options than private loans, and they offer forgiveness options for certain career fields or public service. One important scholarship you should keep in mind is the TMCC Foundation Scholarship. The TMCC Foundation office manages hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship money just for TMCC students. The wonderful thing about this is that the application is quick and easy. It can be completed in as little as 15 minutes if you have your GPA handy and are ready to write about your financial situation. You can save your progress if needed. Just make sure you complete all the sections of the application by the March 1st deadline and click submit.
Now let's talk about FAFSA benefits and COVID relief. During the year 2020 through the present time, the COVID-19 pandemic has devastated millions of people across the globe. Due to the nature of this natural crisis, the federal government has decided to give students leeway and forgiveness options on their student loan. In addition, FAFSA appeals are now available to students who were once denied the Pell Grant and work study opportunities by simply filling out the 2021-2022 FAFSA Financial Aid Application Review Form. If you or someone you know are an enrolled student and would like an opportunity to be eligible for the federal aid, such as Pell Grant, scholarships, institutional and state grants, take advantage of these opportunities while they are available. The deadline for this emergency assistance is March 1st, 2022. With this being said, Nicole will now go on into more details of the different types of available financial aid to students who apply for the FAFSA.
Since we covered the aid that is directly linked to the FAFSA, let's talk about some additional resources that have been extended to students who filed the FAFSA and some aid that is available due to the ongoing pandemic. TMCC's Arts Department Counseling Center offers some educational partnership programs that offer assistance with tuition, books, supplies, and more for their eligible students. These programs are for students who meet additional criteria, such as being from an economically disadvantaged family, being a single parent, having aged out of foster care, having a parent who served in the armed forces, and more. Also, don't underestimate the benefits of other assistance programs such as SNAP. SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, offers grocery money to low-income individuals or families. And if you qualify for SNAP, the Counseling Center may have additional assistance programs for you as well.
Although the Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund, also known as the HERF-3 grant, is no longer available, students who have completed their 2022-2023 FAFSA may still be eligible for COVID relief assistance with the following programs. The first option is the Recovery Rebate Credit or Economic Impact Payment Program, which allows students who did not receive an economic impact payment under the American Rescue Plan and on whose behalf, as a dependent, a payment has not been made, could be eligible for a $1,400 per person recovery rebate credit when they file taxes in 2022. Next, there is a housing program, also known as the American Rescue Plan. It is a program that has expanded numerous COVID-19 housing supports for homeowners, renters, and landlords who may be struggling to pay their rent or mortgage. Finally, there is the FCC Emergency Broadband Benefit Program, which gives discount on internet subscriptions to students who are Pell eligible, lost income since February 29th of 2020, or meet other low-income criteria on their website. Fun fact is this program provides a discount of $50 a month off of your internet bill. Financial literacy resources are available to students and non-students. Are you interested in learning how to create a budget, save and invest your money? Here's how. Visit whichway.org to gain access to financial literacy that can help guide you into financial freedom. For more information, click the link or scan the QR code today.
If you want help paying for college, the Financial Aid Scholarships and Student Employment Office is here to help. We have many convenient ways to assist you. You can send your questions to financialaidoutreach@tmcc.edu. Come by Red Mountain Building Room 315C on the Dandini campus between 8 and 5, Monday through Thursday, or schedule a virtual appointment at myadvisor.tmcc.edu. Or you can even call 775-673-7072. We look forward to assisting you in reaching your goals.